I love to hear about mishaps in the making of movies, and there's one. I always find armor funny in any case, but wasn't there a time when you were? Was it that you went for a horse that was not there, or you had something to do with?
I've been for a lot of horses, haven't been there. But I was. Oh, that was when I played the lump of English roast beef with Lana Turner. I came off a horse. I was playing Henry II of France, and his mistress was Diane de Poitiers, but he was married to Catherine de Medici. We had a great deal in common, and he had all his armor with D&H entwined, and they made this wonderful golden armor for me at MGM, but it was all real, and the gloves were millions of pieces of metal, and I couldn't bend my fingers any more than that, and I lost the reins, and I was leading a charge out, and I was galloping away, and I had no reins, and I knew I was hung up, and I had and I also had metal things on my feet stuck in the stirrups, and I thought, I'm going to get hung up on the stirrups, I'm going to come off. So I got those out. I had metal here, so I couldn't grip with my knees at all, and the horse turned right, and I turned left, and I hit a set of concrete steps. It was very uncomfortable.
Concrete steps?
And I came to, they were cutting the armor off, and it was like being, Lana Turner said something absolutely awful about one part of me. She hoped that was all right. And then they carted me off in an ambulance to make sure it was.
Everything fine?
But, I have 2 wives since.
Well, that I needn't have asked. Is that the closest you've come to severe injury? Because I always figured in the making of the Bond films, somebody's got to get hurt.
The nastiest one, we're talking. I thought this was what you're going on about bombs before. Was
I know what you're going to say.
In The Spy Who Loved Me, and Kurt Jurgens was the villain. He's sitting at one end of a long table, and it's the denouement scene, and I come in the other end, and underneath you see this long tube underneath the table, and you see him put a gun. And he's going to send a rocket straight down the end of the table at the chair where I'm sitting. And, of course, I know it's coming. I'm James Bond. And so I'm about to throw myself out of the chair, and they blew the chair up before I got out of it. And I hit the deck, in flames. And I tried to carry on with the dialogue, now I'll get you. And then I couldn't see for smoke, you see, and it's me, I'm on fire. And I had 3 holes where you have 1.
You mean a true hot seat? More than
very uncomfortable.
Wow.
I need 3 bathrooms.
Although I don't believe that, I do believe the incident. Can you sue for damage to your ass? Put it mildly.
Well, you can ask for damages.
In the court of assizes, I suppose. Well, that takes care of that segment.
We really got to the bottom of it.
It's time we got off it, too.
But,
oh, Lord.
No, I had a lousy
It takes cheek to say that. Now, and you beat me to it, but really, seriously, folks. Now, I was thinking there was one. There's a story that Errol Flynn came very hungover to a set one day, and they cranked him up onto a horse in some armor, and he rode up to a wall, and just as he got there, the visor or beaver clanked shut, and there was a long hold, and then you heard a voice inside say, "Nighty-night." So he still had some sense of humor. But was that the one where they had to tell you that your trousers were burning, and was that another incident where you went to, you and I think Barbara Bach, is that who went through a tunnel, and you were going to go back for her, and?
Oh no, that was I wouldn't have gone back with her. No.
As James Bond.
No, I knew Ringo Starr. I mean, I'm not going to fight him.
Right.
I mean, he's a drummer, isn't he?
Yes, he could get you.
No, that was with Britt Ekland. True Bert. We were shooting on a little island in the Gulf of Siam in southern Thailand. And the island had blow up, you know. And there were going to be 5 different explosions were shooting on this island. And they said, you come through that door. This is Scaramangus Cave, and I've set in the studio, which was a long way away. We had the big explosion, like atomic bombs going off, a little like Iraq, you know. And we had to come through the doorway, and they said, and I looked around, and there's things that they have outside houses they're demolishing. You know, there's big tippers.
Oh.
And there are like 5 of these stacked up, one above the other, full of gelling light and petroleum jelly and bits and pieces and sticks and dirt. And I said, what's that? And they said, well, that's the first explosion. I said, well, where am I when that goes off? And they said, well, hopefully you'll be through that door. And I said, you said first explosion. What's that mean? They said, well, there's another one when you get to Britt, and that will be there. And then you grab Britt and you run, and then we let off another one, and then you go around this big granite overhang, and you'll be all right. Then we're going to let off the big one. So I said, yeah, well, where's the camera? They said, and there out at sea is the boat going with the camera. And I am left on the island with Britt Ekland, and of course, the things went off. My hands got very sweaty because I'm nervous. And I grabbed her and I said, come. And I left her there. And I knew that the third had gone. And I said, come on! And then I said something that I can't repeat to her, which still didn't make her move. She doesn't recognize her name. So I went back and I grabbed her. I mean, heroism took over. I was me, not Bond. And when the flames licked around that wall, I put my arms around her like this, and all the hair singed all the way down. She was wearing a bikini. All went straight down the back.
Wow.
Lucky it was her back.
Awesome. What happened next?
Where's the music?
Someone is rude enough to have a radio in here. We have run out of time. I can't believe it. Roger, we're going to have to continue this adventure later on. We have no more time, so all I can say is thanks to Roger Moore and good night.
Good night.
Yeah.